My name is Yusuf Mehta. I'm a professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Rowan University. When you repave the roadway, some of the asphalt can be reused. That's called reclaimed asphalt pavement, or RAP. RAP is the most recycled material in the world. However, in spite of that, only 15 to 20% of the material is recycled. That means 85% is stockpiled somewhere. That is a big problem because asphalt is a carcinogen and it also takes up invaluable space, especially in densely populated area. The reason RAP is not used extensively is because if you do not design it properly, it can crack prematurely. So if it fails in half the amount of time, you have created a problem that will multiply. So you will end up creating more RAP if it doesn't last as long. One of the problems in reusing RAP is many people, designers, assume that 100% of the old binder that is surrounding the RAP mixes freely with the fresh binder. Now, when you assume 100% is free, you tend to add less of the fresh binder. That tends to make the asphalt very stiff, very hard and brittle and prone to cracking. So the amount of RAP that becomes free to mix with the whole hot mix asphalt is called the degree of blending. This rock that you see, the RAP and the fresh asphalt looks exactly the same when you mix it. So it is very complicated that in the mix to see what is the difference, what is the old binder and what is the fresh binder. So we developed a procedure, a systematic way through extensive laboratory testing to determine how much of that RAP binder becomes free and mixes with the fresh binder. Once we know that, then you can add appropriate amount of fresh binder in it. So let's say if that number is 60% becomes free instead of 100%, then the designer can add more of the fresh binder. So this is going to lead to a significant reduction in the stockpile over several years without compromising performance. ASHTO Award, American Association of State Highway Transportation Officials, found that findings from this study is going to have an immediate impact in the industry. Thomas Edison's inventions have improved people's lives. And if this patent does a little bit in improving people's lives, it means a lot. It's humbling to receive this award.